How a gambling marketer faked a YouTube career. Apparently, LouisAyy is facing some controversy and some backlash. If y'all know by now, I probably react to LouisAyy maybe 3 or 4 times on the channel. I'm not sure. So we're going to be seeing exactly what the problem is with LouisAyy, if he's officially canceled or whatever people are saying. And we're going to be bringing a very non-biased approach to the whole situation and just seeing what this is all about. Without further ado, let's get started.
Which one of your accomplishments are you proudest of? 1 million. It took about 4 months.
Damn, 1 million in 4 months is crazy. That's like iShow speed numbers, bro.
What?
Oh, wait, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Immediately seeing somebody's sub count and then be like, you know what, I gotta hate is actually crazy. Like, damn, you ain't make this video until you seen his sub count, bro. Wait.
Couldn't you have just used like a knife or a spoon or something? It took about 4 months.
You still with me? Sorry, I know the video's just started. It's just that attention spans are becoming a lot harder to hold on to.
That is facts, yo. I like the way he's editing this already because it's appealing to my puny mind and appealing to my goldfish brain, bro.
These days, so I just want to make sure I've still got you.
You got me.
Good? Yeah, feeling irritated
Oh, wait, we got the same mic.
or anything yet? Because I've not been screaming in your face with zooms and memes. Would you prefer it if I started the video like this? Hey guys, what's up? Time to cook.
Yo, why are you describing me, bro? Why are you coming after me, bro? Hey, there's no problem with using memes and zooms and working sound effects, though. Let's be real here, right? I hope not. Because if so, hey, consider me arrested, bro.
Today we're going to be talking about how ex-gambling executives are taking advantage of your kids. Wow, right? Crazy. The length of this video.
Okay, this feels like I'm watching a LouisAyy video with the explosions.
Alone is probably going to put off the majority of people that could actually do with watching this, but you know, what can you do? You can't help people that don't want to be helped. Should we talk about what the fuck's going on with YouTube then?
Is this guy Irish, bro? He has a cool accent.
I think so, don't you? Like, how have we let this happen? What have we done? The thing is, it was going so well. Like, we had something really good going on, didn't we? I miss the days when people used to upload videos because that's just what they enjoyed doing. And if your content was good, that's what determined if it did well or not. When I used to see a YouTuber with over 1 million subs, even if I didn't like him, which was the majority of the time, I could still respect the work that went into it because you could see the catalog of videos they spent years making.
That is true. I think that a couple things messed up the YouTube game. Number one, YouTube has objectively became a business by now. Like, a lot of creators, you'd be stupid to not be doing what the algorithm promotes, if that makes sense. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to do the most creative content you want. Like, if it was up to me, bro, I would do like some crazy, like, I went to blah, 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 blah types of videos and doing all this crazy stuff that takes crazy production because I would have the money to make it. But YouTube just doesn't promote that type of content. So it's kind of like if an algorithm is basing your income, to an extent, you do have to perform for the algorithm and do content for an algorithm. Also, what messed it up, in my opinion, bro, YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts fast tracks your growth a lot because so many people can swipe and scroll and watch your videos while they're taking a dump and stuff, scratching inside their crack, bro, digging inside their hole or whatever you want to call it. So naturally, people are gonna see your content more, and then you're gonna farm subs that way. It might be like a bad mentality, but when I see a YouTuber who has like 1 mil subs off of long form content, I automatically respect it more than YouTube Shorts, just because it feels like they actually had to use YouTube for its regular original purpose, and you can't really speedrun it. And also, YouTube Shorts creators can have like millions of subs and they get paid like nothing because their watch time is so low, bro.
Grow with their audience, you know? They'd also have a personality, which is extremely rare to find nowadays because YouTube isn't what it used to be.
Right.
That personality is gradually being sucked out of this platform and replaced by engineered
which I wouldn't blame the creators for this. I actually blame the platform, funny enough.
flop. I blame Mr. Beast personally. I do. I think he's the one who changed the way people look at growing on YouTube.
That is true. Like, bro, Mr. Beast thumbnails, if y'all look around on like the platform, bro, everybody who does IRL content, they use this Mr. Beast like AI looking thumbnail style. And it definitely looks like AI slop if I'm being real, but it's what the algorithm blesses, so you can't really fault a creator for doing what works well. I think it's just an issue with the platform's systems.
Instead of focusing on making
It's like getting mad at workers for working a normal job and working a 9 to 5 because they're technically perpetuating capitalism. Like, you gotta be mad at the system more than you are at the people who are trying to benefit from it. Does that make sense?
content they actually enjoy making that holds real value. People now focus on making content purely so it performs well, regardless whether they enjoy making it or not. As long as the numbers keep coming in, they're gonna keep pumping it out. They don't give a shit. Because of this, we've literally witnessed full personality shifts in creators. I mean, the fuck's happened to KSI? He was already becoming unbearable anyways. Like, I was getting sick of seeing the guy. But this, what he's doing now, it's...
Damn, wait, is this just a hate video, bro? Wait, we've gotten, like, how long is the video? It's been 2 minutes and we haven't actually got to the point, okay.
embarrassing to watch.
1 pop tube. 3 pop tubes. I'm scared. 5 pop tubes. Nah, this is terrifying, bro.
I don't know what it is, bro. I feel like I don't have like the hater in me like a lot of people, where like I can acknowledge that there is a certain type of content that's probably catered towards a younger audience or a more broader audience, if that makes sense, maybe in different countries with a very simple video style, simple editing style, simple video concept. And I can still appreciate it for what it is, even if it might be corny or cringe. And I think that's one thing that people don't understand is like being corny or cringe, it can be like, bro, what are you doing? You're a grown man. But at the end of the day, it's not like a crime to be corny and cringe. And realistically, everybody can find somebody corny. Somebody's gonna watch me and think I'm corny. Somebody's gonna watch KSI, think he's corny. Somebody's gonna watch somebody else and think they're corny. But nobody's actually truly corny. It's all an opinion thing, right? Like a person that you guys might enjoy, I might not enjoy. A person that might enjoy me might not enjoy somebody else. It's just how it works, bro. It's not really a big deal. It's not really a crime. I don't know. I feel like this personally isn't really that deep.
All right, that's enough of that. It's pushing 40. I can't watch this, especially on top of what we're about to watch. But that's a topic for a different video. I can't be asked of him today. There's so many examples I could use to show you how this new era of YouTube is just full of posers hardened behind a character. But luckily, I've had my eye on a certain person where from the moment I first saw him, all I've had is questions. So many fucking questions.
Today on LouisAyy.
I become a digital marketing coordinator for Party Casino.
Party Casino and Party Poker, responsible for blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, marketing team, casino. Okay, yeah, definitely some gambling.
And Party Poker, where my job is to make sure all them relentless gambling ads are running smoothly.
Today on LouisAyy.
I get promoted to become the paid social executive of these online casinos, where now I can really optimize to see who sees these gambling ads to increase the chances of them spending money.
Today on LouisAyy.
After years of hard work in the gambling industry, I become the senior paid social executive for 2 of the biggest sport betting companies in the UK. Why I openly brag about getting people to gamble their money faster.
Today on
Let's rewind a bit. You're probably confused. Keep watching, it'll all make sense.
Facts, I am a little bit confused.
So about a year ago, I was made aware of a guy called LouisAyy. And before he became whatever the fuck he is today, which we'll get to, I thought he was just a fan of mine who decided to give it a go. That's what I thought. He was mentioning my name in his videos, replying to multiple comments saying he wants to collab with me. And that's
Damn, he wanted to collab and you were eviscerating him? Yo, what type of op backstabbing is this, bro?
Good, I don't mind that. We all take inspiration from people. I've done it. It's a part of the game. But eventually, you've got to adapt, become your own person.
Right.
You've got to find your own voice. To do that, though, it takes time. Like they say, it takes an average of 13 months to get your first 1,000 subscribers. And over 5 years to get to 100K. Like, you know what I mean? It don't just happen overnight.
Hey, man. Funny enough, bro, people say this, but I remember I hit my first 1,000 subscribers on my other channel, like in the first maybe 2-3 months. And then I hit 100K within like a year, I think. So I felt like I was Mr. Beast, bro. Like, you know, clap it up for me. I'm a loser. Yeah. It wasn't that deep. It's not about me.
Well, that's what I thought. Anyways, I wouldn't have even known who this Louis guy was if it weren't for my followers relentlessly tagging me in his fucking TikToks.
Damn.
I actually felt quite bad for the guy at first, honestly. His entire comment section was just flooded with people calling him a copy of me because I'm just that guy. Do you know what I mean? No.
Wait, he copies Ethan? I want to see Ethan's content.
Does this but me? I'm the only one that can do this.
What exactly also does he copy? Because if it's, bro, everybody reacts. Ethan didn't make up reacting. Is it the style? Is it like the explosions or what?
But seriously, I'm not claiming I invented this style of video.
Right.
I'm pretty aware to know that I'm just one of many. Also, I don't really give a shit. But at the same time, we can put the pieces together. It's kind of obvious where at least some of his inspiration came from, right?
Okay.
Me. I'm not just saying this to stroke my own ego. Okay, maybe a little bit, but
Bro, stroking himself. Okay. Can we see the content that's inspired by you? Just for, like, comparison purposes? Because I have not seen your content before.
It's just the reality of the situation. I am that guy, okay? About a year ago, Louis is pretty much just a skid mark on this platform. He barely had a footprint.
Damn, a skid mark? Holy, bro. What the Damn.
I think he still did have about 10K followers on TikTok, but he had under 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
I didn't pay much attention to him at first because, honestly, nothing about his content made me think that he was going to take off. He just wasn't giving off that kind of energy. It seemed like he was just finding his feet, which is fair enough. We all start somewhere.
Right.
But in my head, I was thinking, you've got a long way to go, buddy, because I know how long this shit takes. So then about a month or 2 went by. I think I might have just got back from America, but I was still getting tagged in this kid's videos. And I was thinking, really? Are we still doing this? So out of curiosity, I thought I'd check to see how I was getting on. And this is where everything I thought I knew about being a YouTuber went completely out the window.
Okay.
In August of last year, he had around 3,600 subscribers on YouTube, or thereabouts anyways, which is still good, you know? He managed to get 13 months of progress in only 2. Fair enough. But then something must have happened between August and September that made his following on all platforms just fucking fly up.
What is that? Did he just have a viral banger or something?
I mean, when do you ever hear of a channel going from 3,000 subscribers to over 700,000 in the span of a single month? And just
Damn, what the? Wait, okay, now I'm actually really confused. It was within a month? I knew LouisAyy grew fast, but that crazy? I have never heard of that ever. That's got to be the biggest subscriber jump in history, right? Like, even like T-Series, PewDiePie probably haven't had months that crazy.
To make things that bit crazier, that was without uploading a single long form
Bro, and I thought I was growing fast. Holy, yo, I'm actually a chud, bro. Yo, you might as well just take a gun and shove it up my throat right now, bro.
video as well. And listen, right, I'm well aware I had a pretty big come up myself in 2024, but that didn't happen overnight. Even if you go back to my oldest public videos, which isn't my oldest videos, by the way, but if you go back to them ones, you can see how far I've come. It took me years of trial and error, finding out what works for me, making mistakes, but at the same time, enjoying the process. Fast forward to less than a year, and the guy's now sitting on over 4.8 million followers on TikTok, nearly
You can't hate,
7
bro.
million on YouTube and 1.2 million on Instagram. And the funniest part about this is the fact that I'm all of a sudden opening my comment section to waves of scabby little kids saying that I'm the one copying him.
Oh my god, that's so frustrating. Oh my god, imagine somebody taking your stuff and then they're like, you're the clone of blah blah blah.
Huh. All right, okay. How the fuck's that happened then? I was just...
Also, like, bro, at the end of the day, unless there's something very particular that LouisAyy is taking from him, brother, we react to videos, bro. Like, the first reactor was actually a dude by the name of Jinx. He's like an OG back in like, 2015 probably. He created the whole reaction game and everybody else pretty much just derides him technically. Like, we all just react to stuff. It doesn't really make sense to like gatekeep certain content and be like, oh, I react to this first. Like, how are you going to sit up here and gatekeep other people's content? I'm not saying that Ethan's doing that, but there's people who think that like, if a reactor reacts to something else, another reactor shouldn't react to it or whatever. Like, bro, you're gatekeeping another YouTuber's YouTube video. If you're gonna have the whole mindset of, oh, you're stealing content, everybody is technically stealing content because they're reacting to a video that's already on the platform. If the only person who has the right to be mad is the actual original poster, does that make sense? But not another reactor. That kind of like doesn't make sense to me.
left with so many questions, but the main ones being how and where.
If you slice them in half.
Slicing the crap. I said slice them, not me.
Slicing the crayons in half. Done.
All right, let me catch up.
Oh, yeah. Shut up. You see, I knew something wasn't quite right about him as soon as I heard him speak. That type of accent, innit? As soon as I hear, I immediately think obnoxious twat. After
Yo, bro, what type of hatred is this? Yo, did Louis take a shit in your cereal, bro? Why do you hate him so bad? I actually want to know. We're at like 6 minutes into the video. That's not that crazy, but he hasn't really said anything that's like LouisAyy messed up by doing this, this, and this. Obviously, he's hinted at the subscriber jump, which doesn't seem like it could be authentic or something like that. Maybe we'll see if he expands on that, but so far he hasn't really said anything actually valid.
spending a break.
Like, bro, you could say he's corny, you could say he's cringe, you could say he appeals to maybe a younger audience if you want to, but where's like the cancelable offense, man? I'm waiting.
Damage amount of time going through his content. Believe me, it wasn't easy. Felt like I was being lobotomized. I got about 10 videos deep and it was pretty much rinse and repeat from that. Same slop, different video. There was moments where I actually started to question if this guy is AI or not. It's like his face can't keep up with how he's trying to act. It's strange.
But then people compare you guys. So if he's AI and people compare him to you, are you also AI, bro? Is this like a self-roast at the same time?
Regardless, I still found myself wondering, who actually is he? There was times I was wondering, have I just miscalculated this entire situation? Like, am I missing something? Maybe his content does justify the amount of views he gets. But then I thought, nah, this isn't normal. Something's not adding up. So I did some digging. A lot of digging, actually, to the point I ended up on fucking LinkedIn. Do you understand how far you got to dig to end up on LinkedIn? A platform home to all the corporate cock gobblers out there. It's full of them. Turns out it's...
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's also a place Louis likes to go to shout about all his success to his corporate gambling friends. And after scrolling through his posts and reading through his comments, it made me realise that there's a whole other world out there that I had no idea existed. Focused on virality, audience retention, and long-term brand ownership.
I mean, he's hitting those spots. Virality, definitely there. Audience retention, probably there. Long-term brand ownership, probably there. Nominated for ITV Entertainment Creator of the Year. #1 on YouTube in UK.
All right. What about content creation? No? Here's one of his posts. #1 on YouTube in the UK this week. For those who know me outside of the office, grateful to those supporting the journey. Oh, we're also proud of you, Louis. And look who's in his comments just congratulating him. Senior managers, heads of marketing, and all sorts of corporate guys from across the gambling industry.
Okay.
They're literally celebrating him. They're essentially sucking him off for taking the exact same tricks they used to hook gamblers and applying it to YouTube.
Oh.
And that's when everything started to connect. Because when you look past the channel art, the seizure amount of zooms, the memes on the subscriber count, Louis isn't actually a creator. He's a data guy, a professional digital marketer who I think looked at my channel and is using it as some sort of corporate case study. That's my theory.
Really? Okay. Now, this is either the biggest hater of all time or a genius. And I feel like this is something you can't prove unless you look into LouisAyy's brain, bro. Unless you go to his setup and look at his chat logs or his history and seeing if he was studying Ethan's videos. How could you prove he's just looking at your stuff, repurposing it, and then using it as like the most data-driven way of, I don't know, making content?
You still with me? I reckon, right, he saw what I was doing, realised it was working, took the layout and then stripped out any ounce of personality. Notice how sanitized his content is. No swearing, no controversy, nothing that could risk a drop in views. It's not...
I mean, like, that's also not really, I feel like that's kind of a nothing burger. Am I tripping? Like, you don't have to react to controversy. I react to controversy all the time, or react to, like, crazy issues or social stuff or different things going on in freaking China, plastic surgery issues. And then at the same time, I can react to freaking cartoons and whatever and just, like, make freaking, like, random, regular comedic videos that are not serious topics, right? So, I don't know, like, a creator choosing to react to more family-friendly content, I don't think that's, like, a bad thing. It just depends.
Content creation.
Like, not everybody's good at reacting to the same type of content as well, and they don't really have much they can say. They don't want to LARP it and act like they know.
Is it? It's corporate ad optimization. It's basically treating YouTube like another ad campaign, using them same retention tricks are used in corporate gambling, but this time it's pointed at kids on the phones. To understand how he's done this, you gotta look at what he was doing before YouTube. Fortunately, Louis does not shy away from his past achievements. He literally lists all his previous occupations on his LinkedIn profile. That's right, we're back here again, but this time with a bit more context. It'll start to click for you soon. And let me just be clear before we continue, the point of this video isn't necessarily me picking on one specific guy. I'm not
Yo, bro, we are like 10 minutes into the video and you've just been saying how LouisAyy is a corporate machine made to make content like an AI, and he makes like fast food burger AI slop videos, bro. This has been one evisceration on one person the whole time.
Isn't sleep over it. The problem is much bigger than a single person.
Okay.
It's because we've gone from a platform where people used to upload videos just because they wanted to, straight into a playground for performance marketers that treat human attention spans like a fucking stock portfolio. That's
Okay. Now, yeah, if he's saying that's the case and that's the biggest issue, that's not really the problem with LouisAyy in particular. It's just a problem with the content space as a whole, which, again, I feel like this is a bigger issue than targeting individual creators. I think that you got to target YouTube as a system and really point at the algorithm for this. Because if creators were really rewarded for making a new idea every single time, let's be honest, creators would just do that, bro. I feel like no creator, like, if LouisAyy really was passionate about content, he would just make content that, like, just stimulated him creatively and it would just get him the same views, but it's obviously not. So you have to do kind of stuff. You kind of have to do stuff that makes your analytics a little better or drives your retention a little better. That's not a crime as an individual. I think that's an issue with the system. Again, funny enough, I remember I seen some clips from like Ludwig on Streamer University, if you guys are tapped into that type of stuff, and he was explaining how as a YouTuber you kind of have to worry about packaging and actual content of your video doesn't really matter, and the most creative ideas don't really matter. Sometimes you have to repurpose certain ideas that have been done before, and again, that's more issue with the YouTube algorithm as a creator, because bro, are you just gonna sit and create content? It's just enjoyable and you get to make no money, and now you're homeless and now you gotta live in a freaking back of a shack taking dick in the back of your butt for money? You don't want to do that, right? So
what real creators are competing against. But anyways, when you take a closer look at Louis's resume, to the average guy, none of it makes sense. LinkedIn's a platform filled with jobs I've literally never heard of. It's like anything's a job now. For all the jobs that Louis...
Facts. Yo, I'm a digital mover, a marketer, and transporter of food goods for upper management teams. And that just means I'm a freaking glorified DoorDash driver, bro. Like, what?
...is listed that is done are all under a company called Entain, which is... It's a pretty big company. It's essentially the daddy of betting companies like Ladbrokes or Coral. Without Entain, they wouldn't exist. For 4 years, Louis worked his way up in the industry. He went from a paid social executive for Party Casino and Party Poker, which is basically corporate shite for throwing money at algorithms like TikTok and Instagram to target specific people. But the next few years, Louis progressed his way to become the senior paid social executive for Ladbrokes and Coral. So this is something Louis specializes in. This wasn't something he just tried out. Like,
definitely gambling is not a area of business that I would recommend somebody to work in. I think it's unethical. Obviously, I think that in order for you to make money off of gambling, you have to have your audience or the people that you're working or you're trying to funnel in, the people that you're trying to funnel in lose money and potentially get addictions, go into crazy debt, lose assets, lose loved ones, etc. Your profit is directly preying on somebody else. So this is definitely a scummy industry. Now I'm waiting for him to say like if Louis is funneling people into some type of like gambling thing that I don't know about or something, or is he just simply using these tactics for his YouTube.
Some sort of fucking side hustle. Look at his profile. The guy literally collected badges in it. He's literally got professional certificates for marketing on Facebook, social media strategy, digital marketing foundations, whatever the fuck that means, and Google ad search as well. So he was trained to make sure people gamble more money on the platforms that he's been paid to boost. I delivered a 27% YOI improvement in the primary player payback KPI, accelerating time to...
Okay, so he makes more money based on higher delivery, but that higher delivery directly profits off of people losing money, potentially going broke, etc.
Profitability, to translate that for you, is essentially boasting about getting people to lose their money 27% faster.
Hey, that's what I said, man. Hey, why are you stealing my words, bro?
Because his job was to make sure once you gamble your money one time, you keep doing it over and over again, which, let's be honest, destroys a lot of people's lives. But to Louis, that's progress. The more people that lose the money on these platforms, the more he can brag about his fucking YOI improvements, whilst all these corporate cheerleaders kiss his his ass. Oh my God, Louis, congratulations. Well done. Smashing it. Fucking crawl out. This
Definitely a terrible job, yeah.
7 months ago. 3 weeks ago, I left Entain to focus on content creation. This path required my undivided attention, and I haven't looked back since. Thankful for the experience at Entain and excited for what's next. Thankful for the experience at Entain. You hear that? He's thankful. Now he's on to bigger and better things. He's outgrown the gambling addicts, and now he's using the exact same playbook he learnt from Entain, but this time on children's attention spans. Even the askers on this one as well are all fucking digital marketing leaders, paid search managers in the sports betting industry, live casino commercial managers. Like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Absolute mugs hiding behind overweighted job titles to make themselves feel special, using social media as a way to manipulate instead of entertain. Pisses me off. It winds me up a little bit. So what I suggest to you lot is focus on his intent. Like, what do you think makes an experienced corporate gambling marketer whose main job was to essentially get you to gamble more of your money transition into making brain rot videos for children? At first glance, it's a bit of a fucking contrast, isn't it? But there's more similarities than you think.
Why are you taping your wheels? As if travelling isn't stressful enough, you've now got a bumpy suitcase.
Like, yeah, his edits are definitely fast-paced, but I've seen fast-paced edits a lot of times on YouTube. Like, have y'all seen those, like, videos? I remember I used to watch a lot of, like, Degenerosity. Where the hell is Degenerosity even at, bro? But there was, like, those type of style videos with fast-paced editing, and it's made for retention, and you want your YouTube metrics to do well so you can perform well as a creator. That's not, like, a crime.
Honey, give me some space. I'm trying to take my suitcase. Hey, we're travelling. Yeah, with my suitcase. It's got tape on the wheels because I'm a cheesecake. What?
He's so silly, isn't he, Lewis? He's such a silly guy. If you've
I don't know. I feel like that was meant to be cringe on purpose.
watched a couple of his videos, you've pretty much seen them all. It's not a fact, it's just an educated guess. But after watching about 10 in a row, I had to call it there before I developed some serious brain trauma. To be honest, I might be feeling some of the effects right now, but I'm trying to work through it. His content is the video.
See, personally, me, when I react to certain creators, I'm able to, if I don't find any enjoyment in the stuff that they're watching or the stuff that they're, or the video itself, I just won't watch it and make a video about it. But personally, LouisAyy is not like cringy enough for me to click off the video. I would rather watch LouisAyy videos like are crazy in my face than watching some like amazing digital circus fan cosplay freaking shaking his belly in my face or something, bro.
The equivalent of
Like, unless it's genuinely disgusting and gross and I can't watch it because it's like making me want to throw up, then I'll click it off. Otherwise, I can see the silver lining in most content, but that might be just me being, that might just be a difference in me being able to like get past the certain things that are cringe and trying to enjoy it for its intended purpose.
a slot machine, except the consumer is a child. Think of the similarities. I've been to Vegas, so I've physically seen the state of mind these people get in. Like, you walk through a casino at the start of the night and you'll see a guy with a drink just throwing his money away at the slots, whilst his eyes are just fixated on these bright, colourful lights and animations that they've deliberately added to keep your attention. But then you'll get to the end of the night, it'll be early hours in the morning, and the guy you saw at the start of the night will still be fucking sat there on the same slot machine doing the exact same thing you saw him do 10 hours ago. However, this time, they've got no money left. If you really want to see what a gambling addiction can do to a person in real time, get yourself down to Vegas, pick out a person that looks like they're going to be on a slot machine for a while, remember what he looks like, and then revisit him later on in the
This is definitely true. Gambling is obviously really terrible. Addictions are terrible. I'm not here to argue that at all. My only question is Louis funneling kids to his gambling thing? Is he doing something where it's connected? Or is his gambling thing a separate entity that he keeps on LinkedIn that people don't really know about? Because I haven't heard of it. I feel like I would have heard of some type of gambling scandal that LouisAyy is promoting to children or promoting to YouTube people or whatever it is. That's scummy. Personally, there's a couple deals that I would never take. I would never work for gambling. I'm much more likely to do like an AI thing, but I wouldn't even do AI stuff. I feel like that type of stuff. In order to do that, you have to like technically hurt people, right? Because the data centers or whatever being put in marginalized communities, etc., right? But unless he's doing like a connection with his YouTube audience and the gambling, it's hard for me to say that he's like, it's hard for me to really say anything.
night. It's an eye-opener. It's quite
Because also, like, if you're gonna harp on LouisAyy, right, and make an entire video about LouisAyy and his content is like brain rot and cringe, and his stuff is way too over-edited and he's saying blah, 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 why aren't you making this video about, like, Mr. Beast, right? Like, Mr. Beast is the same thing. You could say, like, oh, KSI does similar. You could say, I don't know, there's, like, a million different creators who make content that's, like, kind of similar, very fast-paced edits, blah, 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 and you can tell they're, like, the videos are meant for kids. Also, like, bro, Roblox content creators, they kind of, like, copy and paste some of the same videos, right? Maybe they use, like, similar thumbnails. They use the same, like, audios. They use the same, like, sound effects and things like that. So I feel like you can make this video 100 million times over different people.
depressing, actually. Now, with all the online casinos available, a lot of the exploiting gets done behind closed doors. So then the changes in the person's behavior aren't as noticeable
Facts.
until it's too late. People like Louis are just too good at the job to keep you spending without it feeling like a problem. In gambling, the metric is keeping you on the site, so you spend more money. On YouTube, the metric's keeping a kid staring at a screen for every single millisecond. So
Well, not necessarily kids, but just keeping a person watching the content. That's kind of the point of YouTube, right? Like,
the algorithm pushes the video onto the next kid.
Because like you're doing the same thing by making a video in general, bro. You're trying to get people to watch it. That's the point.
Different industry, same mental fuckery. And Louis knows it works. Like, you can literally see his shift in real time. Like, the more confidence he started to gain on camera over the whole year he's been doing this, the more unbearable he progressively gets to listen to. Because in his earlier videos, you can see that the corporate suit is still in him a little bit. Like, he hasn't fully transitioned into the cartoon character yet.
Oh yes, the classic pancake mix coated deep fried rice. I'm just trying to figure out what life hack requires you to batter a luminous pink garden flower.
You see what I mean? Ah, yeah.
It seems just slower paced, not as much edits, and not as much like crazy sound effects.
Yes, like it's the type of voice you hear in the corporate world, innit? Somewhat along the lines of, yes, a 27% increase in brain rot addictions. Yes. I think this is the closest we get to seeing who he actually is off camera. Like, the more you remove the edits, the more you start to see what he's actually like.
I could be wrong, but I feel like there's not a crazy difference in that video in particular.
Abstract art actually difficult?
No, it's easy.
What is that thing?
It's LouisAyy.
That shit looks sick.
Hey, thanks, man.
My goal, make a piece of art and actually sell it.
Here you go, man. Oh, yeah, made it.
I'm feeling
Like he's just louder and he's way faster with the edits, but he's kind of saying the same thing.
confident.
Glad someone is.
It's just like, how many things can I throw onto the screen to make up for a complete lack of personality? Look, humor's subjective. I get it. What
Yep.
I find funny, you might not find funny. And what
Right.
you might find funny, I might not find funny. But what's an ex-corporate gambling marketer doing acting like this?
Baby on board. No, don't do.
I don't know. I feel like this is not really fair criticism though, because what's he supposed to do? Just erase his previous work experience or erase his job? Is he not allowed to be a YouTuber because he used to work in gambling? Like, what if he's like, okay, I worked in gambling. I want to turn a new leaf. Maybe I don't want to be a gambler anymore because what I was doing before is like scummy, scammy form of business. Now I want to be a YouTuber. Now does he have to like, is he just not allowed to do this type of content? I don't know. I guess the silver lining or like the good middle ground would be him making content that's optimized, but also content that's about unique interests that he really likes as well. Like, there are certain content ideas as a YouTuber, right? There's certain content ideas that I just don't really care about, but I'm gonna react to it because it might perform better in the algorithm. And then there's certain content that I might react to that I just want to react to because I'm interested in it and I want people to watch me for this type of content. For example, like if I watch something about anime or if I watch something about maybe a social issue that I don't think is going to perform well because people don't really watch me for it, but I want people to watch me for it because I find it interesting and I can say the most things about it because I might have more well-versed knowledge in this topic in particular. I'll put that on my channel, even though I feel like it might flop technically in an algorithm standpoint, but it might do well just diversifying content. So maybe I guess LouisAyy could go and do that. Maybe make content that isn't as fast-paced or as crazy or just topics that he wouldn't normally do.
You not see the sign?
No.
Wait, you were driving?
No way.
What?
No.
It's not really the image you have in mind, is it, when you see a Ladbrokes advert asking you to place a bet? Not realizing blokes like this were heavily involved in why you're even seeing the ad in the first place. But just pay attention to how he edits these videos. The more content is uploaded, the more his corporate skill set actually comes into play. Because remember, he's a numbers guy. He knows how to optimize videos to make slop seem appealing. Quick jump cuts, the zooms every single frame, memes, explosions. Like, it's all engineered to give his audience that quick dopamine.
But it's just like, bro, yes, that could be true, but also, can somebody not sit up here and say this video that Ethan is making right now a slop reaction video because you're reacting and all you're saying is, oh, he's cringe and he's slop? Like, this could just be a slop off, bro. Just people just slopping each other up, bro. Pause. Like, this could be like, this is technically like a Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. And now I'm reacting to the whole situation. They could say I'm slop too. Like, what do we, like, at what point does it become not sloppy, bro? Everything's just sloppy as hell. Just.
Did you know that if you put a balloon in your guitar
I put it in.
and you decide you want to pop it in there?
Let's just cut the act, buddy. What are you doing here? Is it money? I think it's money. Because if it wasn't, you won't feel the need to charge your fans over $250 for a fucking cameo video.
Oh, damn.
See, there's the corporate marketer we now know, just subtly creeping its way through. That's about right, actually, now I think about it. If his main motive...
Yeah, 250 for a cameo is quite a lot, but I guess I'm saying that because nobody would freaking pay for my cameo being 250. Yo, how much would y'all pay for me to sing you happy birthday, bro? I got a good happy birthday singing voice.
is to make as much money as possible, why would he charge a reasonable price? Fucking Jay from the In-Betweeners is charging less. 5 times less, actually. And this scene
No disrespect, but who? I don't know who that is, honestly. That's not even me to be, like, trying to be weird.
alone is worth more than anything he's ever done.
Oh, friend, fucking football friend.
I never thought he'd get that wound up.
Even the actor who plays Hank in Breaking Bad is charging less than Louis.
I mean, maybe Louis is just worth more, bro. You gotta pay to really talk to him, bro.
Heard of Breaking Bad, right? Arguably one of the best TV shows ever made. Yeah, you can get a cameo video from one of the main characters for a cheaper price than you can Louis. Like, who the fuck does he think he is?
Fucking football friend.
And let's be honest about who's actually buying these. Like, his core audience isn't a bunch of consenting adults with disposable income. It's kids. Just young kids sitting on the phones, just watching his videos on loop, who don't know any better than to pester the parents for a 250 quid birthday shout out from a guy staring into a fucking ring light, charging that amount of money to a fan base made up largely custody of children. That's not just a cash grab. That's milking an audience.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that could be true. Yeah. Because yes, probably I'd be willing to bet LouisAyy's audience might be mostly young people. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. It kind of depends. Like some people will use that as a criticism. Oh, you have a young audience, but brother, how do you really know your audience is actually older? You kind of don't, bro. People on YouTube will lie about their age every freaking 5 seconds and put 18 so they can watch freaking R-rated unrestricted content, bro. So you can't really tell. But regardless, $250 is kind of expensive for a cameo. But also, if you don't like that, just don't buy it, you know? I've seen worse things than people overcharging for a cameo.
Right. I think I've been bit, you know. I felt something land on me earlier and now I've got like a big... like a swelling around my cheek. Whether it's a milestone birthday, an anniversary, or a long-awaited reunion, make it unforgettable with a one-of-a-kind cameo video from LouisAyy. When he says make it unforgettable...
Also, wait, $250 for that? Yo, if you pay for that, bro, you might be a fan of him, but like, yo, GG's, bro. I don't know what's going on in your brain, but what is LouisAyy gonna do that's worth $250 of your precious bucks, bro? You can spend out on some like Roblox stuff if you're a Roblox player, bro.
What does he mean by that? Does that feel
He's gonna be like, oh, happy birthday, and then throw an explosion. Is that worth $250? Is that well worth your money? Maybe it is, bro. I can't be the judge of that.
Of regret, just stay with the person when they realize they're a fucking idiot for wasting the money. Is that what's unforgettable? Is it? Remember, I'm just asking questions. I'm just wondering. I'm curious. Let's see what 250 quid can get a LouisAyy fan.
I think you forgot the Alice. Hey Alice, how's it going? It's LouisAyy here. Welcome back to another video. Except this is no ordinary video. This is a video just for you. If you're seeing this, that means it's November the 4th and it's your 10th birthday. So congratulations. Happy birthday.
You paid $250 for this?
10 years old. How does it actually make you feel? Like,
how the hell does a 10-year-old have access to $250, bro? Nah, bro. I did not have access to freaking $5 growing up, bro. I couldn't even go school years without eating freaking lunch sometimes, man. I was forced to eat the hot dogs, and no, I'm not gonna lie, I love the hot dogs, but bro, what? That's the richest 10-year-old I've seen, man.
You charged a 10-year-old 250 quid for a minute video. It's not even that. It's 57 seconds. Surely there was some sort of discount when Alice's parents paid for this, because fucking hell, mate, have a day off. It's like the cheek of it, you know what I mean? You've been about for a minute and you're already charging that for a video off you. Come on.
You are officially the coolest age in the world. Meanwhile, I'm just a prime number. So that kind of sucks. So enjoy being 10. That is awesome.
Yo, bro made $250 on 57 seconds. I mean, to be fair, the editing probably took a while.
Hope you have a fantastic day full of lots of cake.
Wow, there it is. She's really getting her money's worth now. SpongeBob and an explosion. Fucking hell, that's two for the price of one there, Alice. What a bargain, to be fair. He usually charges an extra 100 quid for the explosion, but because it's your birthday, he's treating you.
I missed my hand. Cake, presents, and fun. 3 of the best things in life, let's be honest. Oh, and caramel. Can't forget the caramel. Cake, presents, fun, caramel, Dyson Hoovers, toilet donuts, barricades.
6.5 hours.
Alice, it sounds like you're going to have an amazing time, gotta be honest. So Alice, I hope you have a great 10th birthday. Have fun spending time with your friends and your family. And thank you for all the support you've given me on my videos. Glad to hear you're a fan of the channel. I've been LouisAyy, and have a great birthday. That
okay.
Right?
Oh, it's so fake. It's just so unbearably fake. It's just like, fucking shut up. And how about a thank you to Alice's parents as well? They're the ones that gave you the money, mate. I feel ripped off for them. I don't think I could actually take the money from doing this shit, knowing that I've had your pants down whilst wishing you an happy birthday. It's something about it. He's got merch as well. Of course he does. There's money to be made there, isn't there? But again, I do have more questions, because when I went over to his merch store, there's a few things that stood out to me. He firstly greeted with an instruction asking you to vote for Louis for the ITV Entertainment B Creator of the Year.
What the hell is that, bro?
Don't really know what that is, but if you already thought award shows were bullshit as it is, there's more evidence. He probably knows people that work at ITV after seeing the network is built on LinkedIn. So I don't know, maybe give one of them a message asking them to pull some strings for you. And then when you do win it, I'm sure you'll put another LinkedIn post on about it. But then you scroll down a bit to where you'll find his merch, where you can buy t-shirts and hoodies, but with a picture
is that AI, bro?
Of a random bloke on the front. Like, who the fuck?
That looks very AI, I'm not gonna lie. That is, if it is AI, that's bad.
Who is it? Because that's not Louis. I think all this was released 6 months into his channel as well, so it didn't hang about. My guess is he wanted to take advantage of the momentum he got and didn't really give a fuck what it looks like as long as it's out, making money. I want to talk about his long form videos now, and I say long, it's what I like to call the bare minimum. But for those that aren't aware, getting views on long form videos is a completely different game to getting views on shorts. With shorts, the algorithm can just shove the video into people's feeds whilst I'm mindlessly swiping, so anyone can just farm numbers just off pure volume. It's like the new get rich quick scheme. Look how many channels are about on YouTube now that get millions of views and make millions of quid a month that you've just never fucking heard of. But long form, it's a different ballgame, because the person has to look at the thumbnail, read the title, and then make the conscious choice to actually click the video.
Like, if you have to watch the video, watch the entire video, entertain somebody for a much longer time, you can't just do it through gimmicks of like boom, 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 explosion, freaking no, like you can't. Otherwise, you're not gonna be a creator with longevity, you know? So, hey, anybody watch this video to this point, shout out to you. I love you. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
And even if they do click the video, you've then got to keep them watching the video for it to perform well. You've actually got to hold their attention. Well, that's what I thought anyways, until you see that his long form videos are still pulling in millions of views. At that point, you just got to look at it and go, what the fuck are people even looking for anymore? Roasting every video in my feed. Tier list. 4 million views. Just over 8 minutes long as well. Therefore, the video qualifies for more ads. Coincidence? Let's find out.
I don't think that's a bad thing, honestly, though. Like, what's wrong with monetizing your content?
Because
this guy has his video monetized for sure. I'm gonna monetize my videos for sure. I mean, you don't want to work for free?
4 million views is a lot, so this video must be good, right?
Today on LouisAyy.
Okay, let's just skip to the tier list part. I can't listen to that anymore.
I'm recording. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video.
The fuck was that? Let's see that again.
I'm recording.
Didn't think it'd be possible for a neck to irritate me so much. That's a serious neck.
Bro.
An annoying neck. That's what it is. You've got an annoying neck.
Yo, we're flaming his neck now, bro? Come on, man.
Another thing added to the list. Your neck's annoying. Sort it out. Anyway, 4 million views, remember? I need to pay attention because I've been pumping out top quality 20+ minute comedy specials pretty much. And I'm nowhere near this. I'm getting nowhere near this amount of views. And I've been doing this while he was figuring out what the next party casino advert's going to look like.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's LouisAyy here. I'm sure you're aware. If you're not aware, then get out. I can't get my AirPods back in the case. Oh. Anyway, my curtains are now more closed, so that's cool. Good question.
4 million views. All right.
So without further ado, oh, right on the beat drop. Let's go. Oh, I've messed it up. I'm 13 meters down underneath a cargo shipwreck. Whoa, you know what? Me too. What are the odds of that? Don't we have so much in common?
Oh, I'm in the way. My bad. Sorry.
If I stay for too long, I could... Corey knows his stuff, doesn't he? He's good, this guy. He understands his lungs.
I want him to stop talking now, because the more I watch, the more that 4 million views is making less and less sense. It's like his face doesn't match how he's trying to come across. Do you know what I mean? Because he's speaking like this, but he hasn't quite worked out what to do with his face yet.
That could just be something that people like, bro. Maybe they like that he's, like, awkward or uncomfortable, bro. I don't know. It's just, like... Is that really criticism to harp on that he doesn't deserve his millions of views? I feel like you just sound like a hater at that point.
It's weirded me out a little bit.
Oh, no, oh.
He's been there for quite a long time already. If that was me, I would have blacked out by now. I can only hold my breath for like 10 seconds. Fine, I'll try it.
All right, that's enough of that. I can't look at him anymore. Long story short, when he said he's going to roast every video in his feed, by that, he meant 4 videos. He watched 4 videos and put them in a tier list. He really went in on the last one as well. He offered so much value to the video.
Right, back to the video. Sounds like my reply when someone spots me who I know and says hi and I walk straight past them and I try and say something. Oh, hey, Louis. I like the way he's preparing himself for his next bars as if he's about to spit some flames. D tier. As you can see, my feed today was pretty good.
That was it. That's all he did. It's just fucking lazy, innit? Let me just say it again because I'm not quite sure I've been clear enough, but this video has over 4 million fucking views. I understand child-friendly content.
I don't know. Like, bro, is that enough to really be mad about? Like, you could say the video might have been lazy or he could have did more, but I could say the same thing about this original video right now too. And somebody could say that about my video right now too. They could say I'm just reacting and this is reaction slop, bro. We're just having a slop fest, as I said earlier. Like, he technically put more effort into that video by editing and putting crazier stuff, right? You're just reacting to the video. He could literally say the same thing about you and then pointing and then blah, blah, blah. It just feels like a nothing burger right now, at least.
Tends to perform better, but this is a piss take. He didn't even really react to the videos or fill the tier list. Just watched 4, stacked them at the bottom, and called it a day. There you go, 4 million views. Point proven though, innit, really? You can only do so much when you're pretending to be something you're not. If this is...
So are you mad that he got 5 million views or that he didn't put enough effort into the video itself? Because if you're making a tier list and you only put 4 things, okay, maybe you should have put more stuff to make a longer video. But what if he just didn't want to make a longer video that day? Is that really that bad? I don't know. Not in my opinion, honestly.
This is what he genuinely wanted to do. He'd have made a better video, wouldn't he? He'd have put more effort into it. This is just, like I say, the bare fucking minimum. It makes sense though. Now we know who he actually is. Is it just a coincidence that there's channels like this one, Meow POV, that haven't been active in over 18 years, and then out of nowhere it magically comes back to life and starts spamming 2-hour-long LouisAyy funny TikTok react moments? Literally the only videos this channel uploads now. Seems a bit dodgy if you ask me. There's another one, look. Not a single video uploaded for over 16 years. And then boom, 1-hour compilations start getting pumped out. They're basically forcing watch time through zombie accounts to bypass all these security flags YouTube has for bots. I'm not saying he's done it.
Is that true?
I'm just speculating, but that is what people do. People buy these ancient accounts, so then they can pull this stuff off without getting instantly banned.
Is this a baseless claim? I don't know. Is there any evidence? I feel like you can't just say it out loud without having anything to support that. That's crazy to just say that. Just like casually, this could be a case. Unless you have some like proof of it. How could you just say that, bro? I feel like people could just say that about anything.
It just feels so disturbed.
Like, bro, you could just say that bots are watching me, bots are watching you, bots are watching everybody. We're all just freaking bots. We're just bot slop, bro.
And even his comment sections, especially on TikTok, it's just filled with weird AI-generated pictures or people just praising him like he's the funniest thing to ever exist. And I'm just sat here thinking, am I the only one that thinks this is shit for the amount of views that he's getting? Like, why is no one saying anything? Anyway,
I think the thing is, bro, you're not the target audience, and then that's it. That's okay for you not to be the target audience. Would you watch this on your own time? No. Which is why you don't find it funny, you know?
Whereas I feel like I've covered enough for you lot to make your own mind up about this guy. But that's the type of stuff we're up against now. YouTube just isn't a platform where normal creators are just competing to make the best videos anymore. You're competing against corporate marketers who look at people as raw numbers. When an ex-gambling executive could just step onto the platform, steal a format, use the exact same retention tricks he used at Ladbrokes on children, and then get praised and awarded for it, that's when you know something's not right. But at least now when you see it, you know exactly what it is. And I'm not claiming to be perfect. Believe me, I'm fucking far from it, but I don't hide my intentions. I think that's pretty clear to see when you watch me. I am what I am. And I don't want anyone to go and give this guy shit. You're going to do what you want regardless, but just know that I'm not the one condoning it. I might have come across a bit harsh at times, but...
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to make a 26-minute video and then at the end of the video say, oh, don't give him shit, but you're giving him shit the whole video.
I can't help that. It's the best way now to get my points across by just saying what I see. This is the first and last time I'm going to talk about this guy, unless some groundbreaking news comes to light that I just can't resist. But until that happens, I want nothing to do with him. I can't be arsed with a back and forth. Oh, God. I just think he's got a lot of explaining to do because me, along with many others, are fucking confused, mate. What you here for? I'm going to assume the comments of this video are just going to be full of children in complete denial about everything I've just said, even with the overwhelming amount of evidence I've put out. But I don't really care. Think what you want. It's not...
Evidence of what, though? I feel like this video doesn't really have evidence of a particular thing. Like, I watched this whole video, and I'm still kind of, like, confused on what the actual claim is. The claim seems to be that LouisAyy's content is brain rot. It's very, very fast-paced, very, very explosive, and it's meant for a younger audience, which... Bro, we can know that just by watching the video itself, so it's not like he said anything crazy. He did bring up, like, the previous gambling stuff, which maybe helps Louis know more experience of how to funnel people and keep them in, which if you want to cancel LouisAyy for his old job, okay, be my guest, but it's not like he's funneling people in to the gambling itself, so you can't really say that. I think the biggest issue overall is the way the system works and not as much Louis in particular. The fact that YouTube rewards creation that can go boom, 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 and just slop, just everything exploding and stuff. And that's what gets you millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of subs. That is maybe something that you could say is questionable, something wrong with the algorithm, but is it Louis's fault that that's the way it works? Not really. It's not like he made the algorithm. Now, if he's buying bots, that's freaking terrible. That's obviously number one. That's bad. Is it unethical to make content that's brain rot and super fast paced for young people to maybe consume? You could say that's the case, but my question is just, at what point does it become okay? At what point is it not? Like, who's to say that the video I'm watching right now isn't catered to the young people? And who's to say that my video is not catered to young people? I don't know. Like, that's just something that you could just kind of say in the air, in my opinion. I don't know. Overall, like, from a non-biased perspective, I feel like the issues that he harped on Louis for, you could harp on this with like 90% of YouTube and say this about 90% of people, that their content is considered slop, right? You could say their content is regurgitated, reused stuff, that ideas that people have already done, right? Because YouTube rewards that type of stuff. You could say they're fast-paced, crazy edits that YouTube rewards. You could say, like, every other YouTuber, including this guy, does things that are meant for the algorithm to eat up, including me too. We all do it. Like, bro, we're trying to grow, right? That's kind of like the point of YouTube. If people aren't watching you, you're gonna freaking stop, and you're gonna probably have to do something else to pay your bills, right? It just kind of feels like I kind of feel like this is mostly a nothing burger, in my opinion, because this is everything he said we kind of already know. If you don't like LouisAyy's fast-paced content, don't watch it. And you shouldn't watch it maybe because it's not really like, it's not really mentally challenging. Doesn't engage critical thinking at all. But again, not all content creators are meant for that too. And if you're gonna harp on LouisAyy for that, you can harp on a million other YouTubers for not making engaging, critical, thought-provoking content. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If y'all disagree with me or y'all disagree with the original guy or whatever you think, let me know, because I feel like this is not like a one opinion is like the right answer opinion. Like, some people might say that LouisAyy is preying on people by using these strategies, and some people might say it's actually YouTube's fault for rewarding this. And that's kind of my opinion, again, because I think so many creators use strategies that are meant for the algorithm. So at what point is LouisAyy's too far? Is it because it's performing well or because it's actually too far and everybody else is okay? But then when other people do it, when other people make these type of videos that are considered for kids or whatever, I feel you can make an entire investigative video about every single person, you know, to an extent. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join Discord, link in the description. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. With that being said, it's love below. I love you, and I'm out.